Good evening, viewers, and welcome to the news. First, the headlines. Meghalaya celebrates 54th Statehood Day across all districts. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma reviews Baghmara Civil Hospital, orders immediate action on staff shortages. Statehood and Foundation Day celebrations of Meghalaya, Manipur and Tripura held at Lok Bhavan, Shillong. And Indian Army deploys indigenous robotic dogs for the first time for logistics and surveillance. The news in detail. First, let us start with some local news. The official state celebration of the 54th Meghalaya Statehood Day was held at Baghmara today, marking the first time the state-level event was organised in South Garo Hills. The programme paid tribute to late Captain Williamson Sangma, the founding father and first Chief Minister of Meghalaya. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma said the decision to hold the celebration in Baghmara reflects the government's commitment to ensuring that no region of the state remains neglected. The celebration began with the rendition of the state anthem by the Khmer Choir, Shillong. Cultural performances representing the traditions of different tribes of Meghalaya followed.
Shri Machi, one of India's longest limestone caves, and the serene Simsong River and various places from the state. Today is the most beautiful day, and then everyone seems to
Shri Abhinesh Amara respected any.
It is because of the blessings that He has showered upon the people of our state that we were blessed to have our own land, our own state, our own identity. And in the last 54 years, Almighty has blessed us to take our state forward to where we are today. And I'm sure with the efforts that have been put by each and every citizen of our state, we will march ahead with confidence, determination, and the will to make sure that we achieve all the goals and targets that we have set in front of us.
Today, the state of Meghalaya marked a historic milestone, its 54th Statehood Day. From Shillong's bustling street to Tura's cultural heart, Mairang to Jawai, citizens and officials gathered to honour the state's heritage, diversity and the remarkable journey of progress. Let's take a look at the celebrations across the districts.
In East Khasi Hills, the Deputy Commissioner's office hosted a colourful program attended by Meghalaya Day Award recipients, Rangba Shnong and other guests. Deputy Commissioner Rosetta M. Kurba highlighted the state's ecological wealth, cultural heritage and diversity. She urged citizens to preserve the environment, uphold cultural values, and actively participate in the state's democratic and developmental journey.
For art and literature.
The celebrations included patriotic songs, a prayer by Reverend Father Richard Majau, and the presentation of Meghalaya Day Awards to achievers in arts, social service and sports. In Mairang, the multi-purpose hall of the DC office, Mausawa, came alive as officials and community leaders gathered to mark the 54th anniversary of Meghalaya attaining full statehood. ADC A. Nombri emphasized that government service is a duty towards public welfare and state progress. Outstanding government employees and teachers were recognized with awards highlighting their contribution to education and community service. The gathering also celebrated unity and collective development across the district. At the DC office in Jowai, Additional Deputy Commissioner B. Bla and other officials commemorated the day. She acknowledged the selfless contributions of Meghalaya's founding leaders and described Statehood Day as a reminder of the responsibility to uphold the state's values, unity and progress. The celebrations were observed across all district offices, reflecting the collective pride and respect for Meghalaya's heritage and achievements. In Tura, DC's park became the stage for a vibrant cultural showcase. The program featured the Wangkimt dance, flute recitals, Kegring performance, and a Garo folk fusion act by the Tantani group. Deputy Commissioner Vibhor Agarwal praised Meghalaya's cultural diversity, peaceful coexistence and economic growth. He encouraged skill development and youth empowerment, urging citizens to build a future that balances tradition with modernity. The celebrations highlighted the state's progress and rich cultural identity. From Shillong to Tura, Mairang to Jowai, Meghalaya's 54th Statehood Day was a celebration of culture, heritage and progress. Across districts, leaders and citizens reaffirmed their commitment to unity, sustainable development and the preservation of the state's unique identity. As Meghalaya looks to the future, these celebrations served as a reminder of the shared responsibility to uphold the values and achievements of the state. Bureau Report, DD News, Meghalaya.
On the occasion of the 54th Meghalaya Day, the Urdu Society of India Shillong organized a blood donation camp at Mauba. The camp was held in collaboration with Negrims and with support from Mauba Dorbar Shnong. Many volunteers participated, reflecting strong community spirit and social responsibility. Speaking to DD News Meghalaya, Education Secretary Imdad Bari Marbanyang said the initiative aimed to promote humanitarian values. He thanked volunteers and medical staff for their support. Negrims officials explained safety protocols and the importance of maintaining adequate blood supply.
And we thought that by doing so, by holding this camp, at least we could render this service to the service of humanity. As a youth of the state, we thought that we organize this program so that in the future we can do such more such things.
We all should always keep on donating. Our one unit can save a life of someone, and not only we are saving someone's life, we are saving someone's family. You can understand that.
I want to make it clear that actually it's a very helpful thing for the society, and I will tell you, in our blood bank, in our setup which we do, a person who is donating 1 unit of blood, 4 people will get benefit from that. We'll separate the blood into packed red cells, into plasma, platelets and also cryoprecipitated. So accordingly, 1 unit of blood is beneficial for 4 people, 4 patients. So it's a very good gesture to come out, and it's a good gesture for the humanity also, for the society also. So there is no myth, sir. There is no myth at all. And we are doing all the proper investigation beforehand. Before the blood donation, we used to screen, doctor is there, counselor is there, they will do all the prerequisites required, and then he can safely donate blood.
Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma visited Baghmara Civil Hospital to review healthcare facilities and assess issues raised earlier during a district-level meeting. He directed officials to immediately address problems that can be resolved without delay. The review revealed acute shortages of doctors, with only 11 medical officers against a sanctioned strength of 22, and no specialist doctors having joined despite postings. Shortages of nurses, biomedical staff and support personnel were also highlighted. Meanwhile, the Chief Minister noted progress in infrastructure, including a functional blood storage unit and an operational operation theatre. Caesarean sections and other surgeries are currently being conducted. Issues related to water supply, ambulance services, post-operative care were also discussed, with instructions for prompt corrective action.
No, it's structure can you give it to DC? Okay? That's what you're going to
Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma inaugurated the Counter-Insurgency Anti-Terrorism School and the Integrated Police Welfare Complex at Baghmara in South Garo Hills. Several senior ministers, top officials and police officers attended the program. The Chief Minister praised IG Davies N. Marak for conceptualizing and executing the project and thanked former Home Minister Lakshman Rimboy for approving additional funds. He said Baghmara's terrain and strategic location make it ideal for specialized counter-insurgency training. Stressing innovation in policing, he underlined the importance of continuous capacity building. The complex includes a police hospital, training center, messes and recreational facilities.
So I can foresee that this is just the beginning. I really would like to encourage the officials that while we ensure that this runs well and serves a purpose that it's supposed to now, with the kind of way the dynamics of law and order maintenance, different technologies coming in, different aspects of warfare, different aspects of terrorism, proximity of the border and the length of the border that is there just right next to us. We need to ensure that we continue to innovate.
The Meghalaya Congress has urged the BJP-led central government to take serious note of frequent incidents of illegal coal mining in the state. Senior Congress leader Manuel Badwar alleged that those in power were complicit, with benefits going to a few individuals instead of the state exchequer. He said Meghalaya continues to lose significant revenue due to illegal mining. His remarks follow another fatal rat hole mining incident in East Jaintia Hills, where a labourer from Assam lost his life. Badwar referred to earlier accidents, including a mine blast last year. He called for strong enforcement measures and greater public awareness, especially in rural areas.
And in the long run, what is happening is that you would also notice that even in our budget, right, that the state's revenue itself is very, very weak. So our revenue collection from the state, which is supposed to be much, much higher, it hardly even touches 4,000 crores. Whereas our budget, from an estimation point of view, just from a spending point of view, is touching 27,000 crores every year. And so obviously we are dependent on grants and so on and so forth, which means that the government does not take any consideration, does not even bother whether our revenue increases or not.
Senior Congress leader Manuel Badwar welcomed the government's decision to allow school dropouts to re-enter the education system and appear for matriculation exams. He said education should not be restricted by age, and such initiatives help restore confidence among learners. Badwa termed the move a positive step by the Education Department. However, he cautioned that it addresses only a small part of the much larger problem. He stressed the need for comprehensive reforms in Meghalaya's education sector. Highlighting poor performance indicators, he pointed to issues such as teacher shortages and inadequate training. He said urgent overhauling is required to strengthen the system. West Jaintia Hills Police apprehended 18 Bangladeshi nationals during a late-night operation on January 20. The special team, along with the headman and VDP of Demthring village, intercepted multiple vehicles following a hot pursuit. 2 Indian touts and 5 drivers were also detained. Acting on intelligence inputs, Naka checking was set up at Amlarem, leading to further interceptions. In total, 5 vehicles were seized during the operation. A case has been registered under the Immigration and Foreigners Act 2025. Police reiterated their commitment to border security and sought cooperation from headmen and VDPs. A legal literacy program aimed at creating child marriage-free villages was held at Ladrambai and Sukilo Market. The initiative was organized by the District Legal Services Authority, East Jaintia Hills, in collaboration with the Asha unit. Conducted under the Bal Viva Mukt Bharat campaign, the program used street plays to engage the public. Focus was laid on the legal consequences of child marriage and children's rights. Interactive sessions helped simplify legal concepts. The initiative targeted vulnerable communities to promote education and legal protection. Officials said such outreach plays a key role in social change. RTI activist Richingson Siangshai met the Deputy Commissioner of East Jaintia Hills regarding DSC reform measures discussed in a meeting held in November 2025. He said stakeholders, including MLAs, had agreed on reforms to ensure transparent recruitment. 17 points were noted to strengthen the selection process. Siangshai said the DC has written to the personnel and home departments on the decisions taken. He assured job aspirants that details from his RTI queries would be made public soon. Stressing accountability, he said implementation is key. He added that he would continue following up if issues persist.
Ya katu ka benta namar kumgam ngadu basdang hi ya kani kadon ar benta kani ka benta banga follow up kadai ka benta jom kani ka recruitment process ka bakidang advertisement kin sapendep ya katai ka benta ka bang ngiyok ya kujubab lang bagi RTI habe dai bat ka rukom trekam bat kikam jom ka DSC ka ba kelas recruitment ku be ka jingkeli ka jong pi kumbang ala kular ya barok information bangayok ngan make it public ya kani sama ai lat yang hopefully in about a week or 2 it will be fully transparent to the public ka ibang ayo nang tapat syong hapaj ba mkayo I thoj ngaru yo iba don kamro ban dik out show ban bot RTI ya kata ngan sepentip kat kam ka por ban misha office.
The Meghalaya State Skill Development Society, along with MBMA, organized a certificate distribution ceremony at Dinapara in southwest Garo Hills. The event also marked the inauguration of Dondima IVCS Limited's new warehouse. 21 out of 30 agro-processing trainees have already secured jobs at the facility. Leaders highlighted the importance of skill-based employment and entrepreneurship. Salman Para MLA Yan Botham K. Sangma urged youth to explore opportunities beyond government jobs. Officials encouraged trainees to utilize government schemes for self-reliance. The program showcased the impact of the Skills Meghalaya project. And now on to some news from the northeastern region. The Statehood and Foundation Day of Meghalaya, Manipur and Tripura was celebrated on Wednesday at Lok Bhavan, Shillong, with a cultural program held at the Darbar Hall. The observance followed directions from the Ministry of Home Affairs, which mandates that each state and union territory commemorates its Foundation Day at the Raj Bhavans. January 21, 2026 marks the official Statehood cum Foundation Day for these three states. The Shillong celebrations formed part of a wider series of observances across India during the month. Cultural events highlighted the heritage and achievements of the state. Similar celebrations are scheduled for Uttar Pradesh on January 24th and for Dadar and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu on January 26th. Officials and invited guests attended the program showcasing local art and traditions.
On this special day, I appeal to everyone to strengthen the spirit of peace, harmony and brotherhood. Let us respect one another, work with honesty and contribute in our own way to progress our society and our nation. I once again convey my sincere greetings to the best wishes to the people of Meghalaya, Manipur, Tripura and Uttar Pradesh and Dadar and Nagar Haveli and Diu and Daman.
Imphal and Manipur witnessed grand celebrations as the state marked its 55th Statehood Day. Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla attended the program, highlighting Manipur's journey of progress and development since attaining statehood. The event featured cultural performances, speeches and recognition of individuals contributing to the state's growth. Officials and citizens gathered to reaffirm their commitment to unity, heritage and sustainable development. The governor emphasized the importance of education, innovation and collective effort in shaping Manipur's future. The celebrations reflected pride in the state's achievements and aspirations for continued progress. And now, on to some national news. The Indian Army has entered a new phase of technological advancement with the active deployment of robotic dogs, also known as robotic mules. This marks the first time such advanced machines have been operationally inducted into the Army. Developed entirely using indigenous technology, the robotic dogs have been built by an Indian company specifically to meet the Army's requirements. These machines are designed to operate in challenging terrains and support troops in logistics and surveillance roles. Their deployment reflects India's growing self-reliance in defense technology. And now on to international news. Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw highlighted India's economic trajectory at the World Economic Forum, projecting steady growth in the coming years. He attributed the progress to technological integration and administrative simplification across sectors. The minister also cited successful social welfare initiatives, including expanded banking access and improved sanitation, which have reportedly lifted millions of citizens out of poverty. He emphasized that these reforms are creating a more inclusive and resilient economy. Vaishnaw stressed that continued innovation, policy efficiency and social development are key drivers for sustained growth. His remarks reflected India's focus on balancing economic expansion with social well-being. And now on to sports news. The Meghalaya Weightlifting Association organized the second Asmita Weightlifting League 2026 at Nongpo in Rimhoy district. The event was exclusively for women athletes from across Meghalaya. Participants competed in various weight categories, displaying strength and skill. Several senior officials and guests witnessed the competition. The league aimed to encourage women's participation in sports. At the conclusion, winners were awarded medals and certificates. Organizers said such events help identify talent and promote women's sports in the state.
Down. In fast position.
And now a look at the weather report. First, let us take a look at the weather report for Tura. The minimum temperature recorded was 11 degrees Celsius, the maximum 25 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity was 54%. Moving on to Shillong, the minimum temperature recorded was 7 degrees Celsius, the maximum 20 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity was 66%. Meanwhile, in Jowai, the minimum temperature recorded was 7 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 18 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity was 64%. The forecast for Tura, Shillong and Jowai says clear weather is most likely. And another look at the headlines before we wind up. Meghalaya celebrates 54th Statehood Day across all districts. Chief Minister Conrad Kisangma reviews Bagmara Civil Hospital, orders immediate action on staff shortages. Statehood and Foundation Day celebrations of Meghalaya, Manipur and Tripura held at Lok Bhavan, Shillong. And Indian Army deploys indigenous robotic dogs for first time for logistics and surveillance. Well, viewers, that's all we have in this edition of the Bulletin. Join us again tomorrow evening for more news and updates.